I'm about to show you the new covers for the Stolen Kingdom series for the 4-year anniversary. More importantly, I'm about to show you the entire vlog of creating these covers because for the first time ever, I decided to make these covers myself. And that might be crazy. We're gonna find out together. But I just wanted to introduce this video because when I started filming, I did not know that that's what this would turn into. I got Photoshop just for fun to try making the omnibus cover because I have character art that I've been holding on to. So long story short, I ended up going down a whole different path, but I'm not gonna make you wait until the end of the video. Are you ready to see them? Here's the Stolen Kingdom, the Ginny Key, my personal favorite, the Cursed Hunter. And hold on, the final copy's coming. Just know that it's coming, but this is what I have right now because the copy's late. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look even better when I finally get the final version. Let me show you all 4 of them. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm so excited. I will share more pictures at the end, but let's get into the story of how this all came to be because again, I did not expect it. It's July 10th. I downloaded Photoshop today. I'm freaking out. This is my favorite part. Really cool tagline. Day 2 of working on covers. It's the very next day since I recorded that last one. Oh my gosh. I realized that looking back on this, I probably won't think it's that amazing. And because I'm just practicing, I didn't like purchase these photos. I just downloaded test ones. So they're not like high quality either. Just keep that in mind. And I also don't know what I'm doing it. Like I was mostly playing with typography, but I also wanted to play with it with my future like schemes to do like an anniversary edition of covers for the Stolen Kingdom series that match the fairy tale retellings that they go with. Something I've been wanting to do for over a year now and I just haven't done it. Anyway, without further ado, let me show you. Oh my gosh, it looks even better on camera. I don't know if that sounds weird to say. I was having fun playing with the typography and I have this, actually, let me see if I can show you because I always thought this was cool when Mandy did this. So watch this. I will turn off all the layers, okay? I have to remember how to do this, so excuse me while I turn these off. Okay, so we started out with a blank. I added this background. I didn't do it in this order. This is just the order it's in now, where I added this overlay thing. But then I was like, well, now it's covering the lamp. So then I added in the lamp again. That took a while to figure out, and I still need to figure out how to add the ground back in. But then, of course, I added I did not do it in this order either. Author name, oops. And then where is it? Oh, the title. I figured out how to group that. So boom. I think the title's my favorite part. Like, look at that font. Let me zoom in. Watch this. I accidentally made it crooked and I still need to fix the because it's a little more crooked than the other two. But again, just playing with it for, I think I had an hour and a half and made this. And it's just so, so pretty. So I can't wait to see what happens when I actually have more time. Wait, hold on. Oh no, I forgot to add the, okay, I was like, that looks kind of different than what I remember. I put on this saturation thing that just made everything shine and the colors complement each other. I don't know if you have heard this, but it's very common in YA to have like this aqua green and kind of an orangey, almost this gold color, but like a little more orange. They're known as complementary colors. So that I did by accident, but it looks really good. So then I started playing with the Ginny Key, but yeah, I'm getting a pretty good grasp of the beginner stuff at least. So like, how fun is this? It's not by any means done. It needs something along the bottom and like it's not readable when you back up. But the idea is that super small, you should still be able to read it. And this one you can't. I'm having so much fun with it. Okay, last one, I swear. I've officially made, let's see, Queen's Rise, Stolen Kingdom, Ginny Key, and Cursed Hunter. 4 covers now. I started the Cursed Hunter with a dragon because that's what it has currently. And then I remembered that my goal is to make these obvious what retellings they are. So I grabbed a rose. Like, this looks really good in miniature. It doesn't look as good like this because I don't know how to blend. Honestly, I'm not loving the slanted text anymore. I might get rid of that, but so just for kicks, here's all 3 together that I have been playing with. I think this might actually be my favorite, and I literally threw it together in about 10 minutes because I already had the foundation. So like, you can see there's a lot of stuff I need to learn, but I have the foundation and like, oh my gosh, that cover is gorgeous. I don't know if they're going to end up anything like this, but it's so much fun. The Okay, well, I know I'm wearing the same sweater, but this is day 3 of making covers. Oh my gosh, I just had the craziest idea, and I thought this video might come out in like 6 months or something, but now if I do what I think I might do, I can't even talk, I'm so excited. Okay, so basically, let me just back up. I was making these Stolen Kingdom covers just for fun because I was like, well, this is going to be a 5-year anniversary edition, right? That's what I had in my mind. So I wasn't even supposed to be making them because this coming August, it's July right now, this coming August is the 4-year anniversary. So I'm like a year ahead of the game. And then it just hit me. I was sitting talking about my books and stuff with my husband, and I was like, what if I published the new covers next month? I don't even know what to say right now. I don't know if it's doable. Let me show you my list. So this is my bullet journal. I have a whole really messy list of things that I need to figure out for each individual book. These are all the questions I just brainstormed when I got this exciting idea. This is how my mind works. Sometimes I get these wild ideas. I don't know if it's like an episode or something, but I get super excited about an idea and I just like want to do it immediately. So I have learned to brainstorm everything that I would need to consider, everything that could go wrong, questions to ask myself, and then potential answers. So for example, what would the release date be? If it originally came out August 19th, that's actually a Saturday this year coming up in 2023. So what if I did the Friday before that? I've never done a book release on a Friday, but I've heard it's really good for like people who want to read on the weekend. So that was the first question. And I kind of repeated it up here as I started to streamline my questions a little better. So I was like, well, okay, so if I did say that Friday, potentially, what would I do? Would it be ebook or hardcover, like what it is right now? And would I keep the paperback originals? I don't know. I would have to change on Ingram Spark. That costs money. So what if instead I did the ebook plus the paperback and I left the hardcover as it is? Then the original would get lost. So that's the next question down here. If I change them, or if the originals are hardcover, like if something cover-wise is gone for good, should I do some sort of sale and give everybody warning? Especially if I did all 3 formats. So both the covers that are currently out would be gone then. So I should definitely give people warning. That's what I'm leaning towards. But then how much warning? And that would be down here in the timeline. Like, should I I always tell my patrons first. So should I tell them right now? Like, I'm thinking about literally sitting down and writing a post right now and staying up late to share this excitement with everybody and be like, what do you think? Should I also tell the public right away for the warning so that I can like let everybody know? And coming back up to this, should I do the sale myself, or should I try to sell the remaining Barnes & Noble books by promising like a signed book plate or something to everybody who orders and shares their like proof of purchase with me? Like, hey, I got the book from Barnes & Noble. Awesome. I really want those books to sell because I want the store to want me to come back. If you are interested in getting one of these copies, I think I'm going to probably do that way. And then timeline wise, when should I reveal and share this news? And then I realized this was another question, is how should I share the news? Because that's totally different. And then that led to me thinking, well, like, should I try to get other influencers to help? And how would I even do that? Because that's 4 book covers to be revealed, not just 1. So do I focus on book 1? And that led to this question, like, should I also try to get a BookBub right away? And or do like, why did I put Facebook ads? I meant Amazon ads there. I don't do Facebook ads, but Amazon ads, I guess I could consider doing Facebook ads. I've never done them, so this could be the time for a first. But just thinking out loud here, when it comes to marketing, if you want to know if something works, it's best to do it individually. So what I think I would actually want to do is share the covers myself first, right? And get my own audience excited about it to see how much the covers are effective on their own. Then influencers. Then I would move on to either BookBub or Amazon ads, one or the other. But like if I do one marketing tactic at a time, that will help me know what's actually valuable and what's working, if that makes sense. Can you tell how excited I am right now? My mind is absolutely exploding with ideas. I feel like I need to keep writing, like just basically brain dump and keep writing onto the page. And I think I'm going to open a Google Doc and just basically retype this. And then more questions often come to me as I type things out, and I could just flesh out my plan, make a timeline. This is the cool thing. So a lot of cover designers are $300 and up. So if I had paid $300 to $400 and up for all 4 covers in this series, that would be $1,200 minimum, probably closer to $1,600 just for the covers alone. And instead, I'm paying for Photoshop. It's $20 something a month. And then I have to pay for the photos, which I think were around like $3 or $4. I don't remember, but like one photo per cover. Say it's $5, that's $20 right there. So paying $40 for 4 covers instead of over $1,000. Anyway, coming back to timeline, I would have to figure out if I did do anything at all on Ingram Spark. They are what, like 10 days or something crazy to change? It's really long. So it's like 3 days to submit the changes and get them to approve it. And then I have to approve it. And that could take a day or two, I don't know. And then they have to send that new information out to all the vendors, which could take up to a week. So yeah, that's 10 days or more like 2 weeks is what I've found. But I've never made a change like this before, so I don't know. But 2 weeks sounds about right. But just to be safe, I should probably just say August 1st. I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. I'm so excited right now. It won't go perfectly, and that's okay. That happens. I'm actually totally okay with that now. I'm just so beyond excited because I really want you guys to see these covers. And I think, like, if this is my rough draft, I can't wait to see what the final is gonna be. I look like such a mess right now, but I don't even care because I just wanted to share and document this frantic energy that I get when I have an idea. A lot of people are like, wow, Bethany, you move really fast. But I do, because sometimes I just get a gut feeling like this is going to be awesome. It's not going to come out perfect. Again, I have a feeling things are going to go wrong, but I'm okay with that because it'll work out in the end. And honestly, this has been about a year in the making because I don't know if you guys saw this video. I will link it below, but an author friend who has a YouTube channel as well, The Courtney Project. She did a really cool cover analysis of The Stolen Kingdom. It probably was a whole year ago at this point. I don't even remember. And Courtney is like a 6-figure plus author. Like, she knows what she's doing. So I really was excited for her advice and I wanted to implement it right away. She said basically one of the biggest things was if you're doing retellings, which they are, my books are fairy tale retellings, then you need to have it super, super clear right on the front cover. What is it retelling? And it's not super, super clear. It's a little bit clearer than the first cover, the second edition is, but it's still not clear. And it's about to be crystal clear. It's about to be amazingly clear. I am so excited. And I wanted to implement her advice immediately, but I didn't have, like I said, $1,600 to just drop on these books. It just wasn't in the budget. I started focusing on upcoming books that I hadn't made the covers for the best they could be and take her advice on that. But now it's time to apply her advice. And I'm so excited. I could go on and on and on. I'm just in such a great mood right now. But instead, I want to keep brainstorming. It's like 10:20, so I shouldn't stay up too much later. But I have to do this. I won't be able to sleep until I try this. There you go. Again, these are rough drafts. These are not done. I really like this one and this one. I think this is my favorite. I do not like these two. This is just so that I can see them all together. I think I need to take a step back and do some thinking, do some searching. I'm on a website called Deposit Photo. So I'm just gonna keep looking. Yeah, maybe like a woman wearing a crown, and then I could try to color it. But honestly, that might be outside of my skill level. I might need to find something that's like already pretty close to what I want, which I think is possible. It just requires a lot of searching. I think if I'm going to make this happen, I'll need to decide within the week so that I can also create like the full cover wrap, including the spine and the back, upload them onto KDP as a paperback, and order a test copy to see what it looks like in person and if I can actually make real book covers. Could not leave the cover for book 4, so this is me continuing to play with it. But let's see here. Like, I just can't stop messing with it because it's so much fun. If I bring it down here to get rid of the face, it's too low. Oh gosh, I don't know, but it's so much fun to just see them all together like this. So I'll keep playing with it. I have to stop myself because it's 11:30 almost and I really need to go to bed. But I could do this all night. It's Friday, July 14th now. It's midnight. Whoops, I didn't even realize that when I started recording. But here's the cover evolution. My progress as I'm learning how to do things on day 4. And I have officially purchased the cover, or not the cover, the stock photo of this flower right here. And I made a practice paperback. Oh my gosh. Isn't that cool? In case you're curious, I had to download a template. This is from KDP. You just search KDP cover templates. You can get one that way. But now let me get rid of those grid guides or whatever the heck they're called so you can see. So I actually set up a hidden book on KDP. Let me brighten the camera. This is what's called the thumbnail. And as you can see, the thumbnail, the flower is a little bit blending in too much. So I think I can play with that and brighten it. And my author name, I also just noticed, is not popping. So I still have a lot of work to do, but I just set up basically a draft book that I'm never planning to publish because I'm waiting for Amazon to say that there's something in my cart, because that means the book is ready. And then I'll buy a proof copy so I can get it in the mail and hold it in my hands and see if I'm capable of actually designing book covers. This morning, I ordered a proof copy of The Cursed Hunter. Oh my gosh. My only time to work is Zion's naps, and so I'm tempted to keep working on the cover. I just finished doing a webinar, and I should be editing book 3, The Secret Curse, because it's coming out in January, and I want to just be so on top of it. I want to get it done early. I want to have zero stress. I gave myself a 2-month buffer time, so if I took another week to work on covers, it wouldn't hurt anything, but it, you know, I might need that time down the road. I also am speaking at the library in 2 weeks, week and a half. So I should be prepping that and maybe making like a slideshow. I'm also an affiliate for InkersCon now, which is super cool. And it might be over by the time this video comes out. Probably it'll be way over, but I think it's available for like 6 years. So if you're curious, I will link my affiliate code below because it gets you $50 off. But I'm super excited and I want to attend that as well. So that's like it's an online writing conference. I want to attend it. I want to learn all the things. There's actually a course specifically about making click-worthy covers that I want to watch it right now. I've decided I officially don't want to confirm any of the covers as done until I have gotten some really good feedback from author friends to make sure that they also approve, until I've done thumbnail tests to make sure that they look good and like they look like they fit in with all the other covers in their genre, and until I've taken that clickbait cover course thing on InkersCon, because I want to know what they have to say and I want to apply any tips, any tricks, any special tools that they might have to say. Honestly, I almost want to wait to do these cover changes until I've watched all the InkersCon courses, because what if something in there applies? Like they talk about making your backlist better, and I'm going to have to update the interior of the books like we talked about because of the title PNG, that first page. So I could update the back matter as well, which is all the stuff at the back of the book that leads you on to whatever next book might be. Like if I'm going to make a big change like this, I should do it really, really well, right? So now I'm not sure about the August 19th date anymore. That's the exact 4-year anniversary, but if it's any time in August, it counts as a 4-year anniversary, right? Even if it was September, it'd be better if it was like on the exact date, but I don't know. With my limited time, I know I can't do it all, so I'm gonna have to choose. I might like let myself play with covers every other day, maybe? Or should I just keep the momentum going because it's really good learning curve and just do like a week straight? Because I'm on like day 5 today, so maybe I'll let myself play with it a little bit more today. I don't know. Maybe it's good to step back. I think Mandy had talked about how it's really good to take a step back and let the covers breathe for a bit and come back to them with fresh eyes. I think that's true for writing books, so it makes sense that it would be true for cover design. So maybe I will let myself work on them today, and then I'm going to take a step back and focus on editing book 3 for a few days and not touch the covers. But I just have to get it out of my system, you know, because it's so much fun. It's Sunday now. I'm working during Zion's nap. I don't think I updated you guys on this. So I have been putting these into Canva to like track my progress. And I was trying to decide if the branding should stay the same. So like the title on The Secret Gift and that whole series is on the bottom. So I tested it out. Cursed Hunter compared to Cursed Hunter, right? I don't know why I prefer it up top. I think it's because of the darkness factor. Also, there's like a really clear line across the bottom. I'm trying to decide what I want before I go and perfect it. I think I prefer the title up top. It's not the exact same branding, but I think that might be good to show that they're not the same series, although the gold also helps. That was yesterday's project. Today I've been working on, I found a better gold for the title font, so you can kind of see the two differences, but I've been working on the lamp as well and trying to find a good lamp. I have gone through so many lamps at this point. I mean, I love that lamp. I haven't purchased any of these yet. Actually, I think that's not true. I think I did purchase this one before I decided that I needed to keep looking. All right, this is not an advertisement, but I'm using Deposit Photo right now. In my plan, it looks like I have 4 downloads left. So yeah, I'm just trying to be super careful. I'm trying to get the images all decided on before I move forward and finalize things like the title font and all that other stuff and all the little details in the photos themselves. That was what I was working on today. I am so excited. I finally found a crown after trying literally 20 other different crowns, okay? Literally. I should back up. It is July 19th and it's not even that late yet. I was working on this for a couple hours today and every other day. Let me back up and show you the progress that I've made. I think we were here last, right? Something like that. There, that's a little bit better. It's not perfect lighting, but this is when I added that crown and then I was playing with it color-wise, made it a little bit bigger. And then I was like, you know what? Let's fix the Ginny key. And then as you can see, the branding is kind of all over the place. So I decided, you know what? It's time to fix the title and the author name. I went and got the grids out and I literally lined it all up so that my author name should be in the exact same spot and the title should fit in the same box across all 4 covers. And then I added the book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4 across the bottom here. That matches what was done in these books. You can see I want to make the branding fairly similar so that they're going to look alike. Let's actually double check right now, but I do wonder a little bit what they're going to look like individually, if that makes sense. Sorry, I was focused on the screen. So that's what they would look like together. I don't know, let me know in the comments because I kind of like that they're not exactly the same because I don't want people to think, you know, it's all one series. They're 2 separate series, but I do want it to look like similar enough branding that somebody looks at it and goes, oh, I recognize this. This is the same author. So if I was really getting hardcore, I would do like all gold objects on all of these. But I am obsessed with this flower, as you probably know by now. That's what kind of kicked off this whole design. So I just don't know. Also, these sparkles are growing on me. So that was another thing that I added. I don't know if you can tell when you look at the secret gift on the computer, it's kind of hard to tell. But if you have a physical copy, I'm sure you've noticed that there's these sparkles going on. And so copied over those sparkles. I think it looks really good on the Ginny key. It really adds something to it that it felt kind of like nothing was going on texture wise. I wasn't so sure about the Curse Hunter. I really like it plain. And then the Enchanted Crown, this crown kind of comes with some really cool effects already. I'm not sure if it's a little too much on this one, but I kind of love it on the sleeve. And then the Stolen Kingdom is the last cover, and I like the sparkles on it. It's beautiful, but I don't know if that's the right lamp to kick off the series. I feel like this first book needs to be as strong as book 3. Like book 3, I look at that, I'm like, I must read this book. I must know. And same thing with book 4, actually. These first 2, I don't know. I'm not quite getting that. It's not bad. It's actually really cool. I still can't believe that I figured out how to do this, but I'm thinking I want to keep trying. Like, it's cool. But does it reflect what the story is? I mean, Ari is the main character, and this looks more like it's going to have a guy main character almost. I think it was Brittany who gave me feedback that this is almost kind of masculine, so I want it to reflect that it's a feminine main character. So I don't know. I'm not sure. There's just like hundreds and hundreds of different lamps, and I just don't know which one's the right one. But I have realized from experience that it's worth it, so worth it to keep trying, because look how incredibly gorgeous. It's like the perfect crown. And again, it took me, let me show you just for kicks and giggles. I'll show you how many crowns. There was this one, this one. This one was probably one of my favorites, but it's technically a tiara. I liked that medieval crown actually. And there's this tiara. I also really liked this one, but it was just a little bit too plain for a fantasy book. You know what I mean? Oh, and then the one with the girl on it, which, you know, we're not gonna have a girl on the cover, so there you go. Those are all, not even all, some of the covers I tried. Some of them I tried and I immediately deleted because it wasn't even worth keeping. So let me know what you think. I'm kind of obsessed. Like, it's so pretty. I almost forgot. I also have been trying to occasionally put them into like a kind of like a thumbnail test, you could call it. This is a Pinterest board I have for a bunch of other retellings, and I just want to make sure that they fit. So what I've been doing is I pop them in and then I'll like drag them to somewhere else in the board and just see, like, do they work next to another cover? Let me turn up the brightness again. Do they look like they belong? You know what I mean? to be fair, all of these covers are incredibly different. But I think if I was to just glance at this, my covers are not the ones that pop out as not belonging. There's a couple that don't quite look like they fit, but I feel like mine are blending in pretty well. We've got another test here. Looks like that. All right, that last Aladdin cover was beautiful, but something was not quite right about it. So I have officially made about 1,000 more Aladdin covers. Let's see, where was our last one? I think we were somewhere around here, and I started playing with all kinds of different lamps, as you can see. Maybe we were right around here actually, and this is really pretty. I made all kinds of different versions. Here you can see I was playing with the genie key and trying to make backgrounds that match the lamp, but I realized these were getting too colorful, and these are what I want to base the books on. These are the ones that I am most confident about, and they're darker. After playing around a bit, I was like, okay, well, let's go back to who knows what the genie key is going to be right now, but let's work on getting the Stolen Kingdom just right. So I started with this. Like, is that not gorgeous? Seriously, I still am kind of obsessed with how pretty that turned out, but obviously it doesn't match. And so I was super bummed, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not seeing this working, so let's try for other kind of purples. So then I went really dark, and you know, it's pretty, but it's not quite right. And then found this one, and it just looks like the lamp is sitting in a cave full of jewels, and it's just like giving me like really matchy vibes with book 4. And all the, I think these are called, those little bubbles there are called bokeh or something like that. I can't remember, but I started playing with that. I tried to do a different lamp. It wasn't working. I spent so much time on this dang lamp, and then I was like, you know what? It's got to be this golder one with like the smoother tones. So that is what we have right here. And I'm sorry it's not focusing very well. It's just that kind of night. What time is it? Hold on. Oh shoot, it's really late again. I promised myself I would start going to bed before midnight. I guess I'm gonna call it here, but just look at this. Like all those little sparkles that match the secret gift in that series looks beautiful. The lamp is like glowing, but it matches the title font. And when you shrink it down to thumbnail size, which honestly is the most important, boom. That really pops. It's almost a little too glowy. I might need to take the glow down on the lamp a little bit. I think this is going to be the final image. I think I finally found the one. So again, let's just compare. Just ignore the genie key, okay? But can you see my vision here? It feels so good when they like lock into place. Just need to get this one right. Back cover. Gosh, that's looking so pretty. It's July 24th. I looked back to see when I had first started creating covers, and I think it was July 12th, so I haven't even been doing this for 2 weeks, but when I went back and looked at my first ones, I was like, wow, I've grown a lot. And the funny thing is, so I think they say like the more hours you put in, the faster and more skilled you become at something, right? Obviously. But I saw this creator that I follow, her name is Elise Myers, I think. And she was talking about how she has like hyperfixations. And I was like, oh, there's a word for what happens to me where I just get hyper fixated and I cannot stop and I can't think about anything else, and I'm just 24/7. I'm like, I wonder if I did this, I wonder if I did that, oh, I love this. And it's very enjoyable. Like, I get obsessive, and I've always been like, is this just me? Am I the only one? And so it was very encouraging to see somebody else who has this. But I just am so excited about the progress. So yesterday I ran the covers as they currently were by a Facebook group that I'm in, and I specifically got Facebook back after 3 years for 2 reasons: for the Barnes & Noble book signing that I had last month, and then for this Facebook group so I could have access to it again, and also so that I could have access to the AnchorsCon Facebook group because I felt like I was missing out. Oh my gosh. The advice was so incredibly helpful. Let me just show you. This is the group if you've gone through Publish and Thrive. If you haven't, it's linked below all my videos, but I don't think the next round is live till 2024. So I apologize that I'm getting excited about it when it's not available, but this is what I shared with everybody. And I was like, I know it's not done yet. So number one, wanted to know if you can tell what genre these are, because obviously that's important, and what you do like about them, but also what you don't, because I want to know. I'd rather know now. And I told them I'm pretty sure book 2 is not working at all. So I'd love any ideas you have, etc. I got tons and tons and tons and tons of good feedback. Look at this, 113 comments. Now, some of these are me replying because I tried to reply to everybody, but that's a lot of comments. At this point, it's getting a little confusing. I haven't been on Facebook for a while, so I want to go back and make sure I answered everybody. Was it this one? Oh no, this is me saying, hey, I took a bunch of your feedback. I implemented some changes. I hadn't implemented everything at this point, but I remember one person was really smart. They were like, these two are clearly like set on something. The other two, the tail and the lamp, were floating in space. So I tried to put the base of the lamp there, and I tried a trident, which was an idea somebody had for that. Then somebody suggested this. Hi! They suggested that the titles be at the top and my author name go at the bottom there like that, so that they had more space to breathe, is I think how they put it, and that the object could be in the center. And I was so attached to my name being at the top because that is what it looks like on the secret gift, and I was trying to have the same branding, but when I moved the title to the bottom, it looked ugly. So then I tried moving it to the top like this, and hold on, I haven't done all of them yet. Sorry about my reflection. Still working on it. I probably have to get rid of this book 1 in the series. It's just too much going on word wise, but I also didn't want people to think that these are standalone, so that's why I was trying to include that. So that's something to think about. I can show you what it looks like without in case you're curious. Just a little bit cleaner that way. They're actually all darker. And then the Cursed Hunter is looking really good. Now all that's left is to rearrange these. Oh my gosh. All right, let's put it all into Canva and see what we think. Here's our comparison. Something changed here. Oh, I went back to the ocean and I don't like that blue color. Prefer that green aqua. So just ignore the Ginny key. It still needs a lot of work, okay? But for title placement, it's not a huge difference, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty powerful when they're standing on their own. I'm hitting the same spot as I do with my books. I'm too close to it. Midnight. I'm kind of just giving up on sleeping. Kidding, but also not kidding. I just spent hours and hours and hours today. I've been in the zone. I have this massive checklist style folder. I started adding information that I've been tracking in my notebook, and then I decided to make a calendar of like everything that has to get done on which dates. So just a few things, you know, when it's 4 books at once, it gets a little overwhelming. So anyway, we're just ordering this as is. The goal is to see how this prints, if I did the paperback well, how the color is, how the new interior formatting looks. So let's check that out. We get our new title font, just nice and sleek and pretty. I just met with a PR company who can potentially help me with my 4-book cover reveal. I've never done a 4-book cover reveal before, so I'm nervous. I need a shower. My hair is so gross. My house is a mess, dishes in the sink, laundry that needs doing. I have not been sleeping enough, and every night I just like stay up for hours working on my covers. It's getting so good, but it's like every little change that I make, then I want to make it across the board for all the other covers. So it's like, okay, the gold in the title font, okay, change it on the other 3. Okay, change the placement of that like bottom line, okay, change it across the other 3. Or the big change yesterday, was it just yesterday? Where it was like, okay, actually I think the object should be in the middle, title at the top, author name at the bottom. I was so attached to the placement, but I had multiple people like recommend this other placement, but then when an author on Publish and Thrive actually like showed me in Photoshop, I was like, oh, you are right. Yes, I need to try it and do it. And so it's amazing. I realized yesterday it was exactly 2 weeks since I started this whole journey, and I found out because I went back to look. I was like, what day did I start? And I was like, oh my gosh, I found the first cover I'd ever done that I thought was so amazing. And I was so embarrassed. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. So that made me doubt myself now, because I'm like, what if I'm gonna feel that way about these covers right now? In 2 weeks, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, they're so bad. I don't know. And it's so funny because this whole design process parallels writing and editing books so closely, because it's like you've got that first draft and you're like, this is amazing, I am so good, it's amazing, when in reality it's the worst the book is ever going to be, and it's not good. And then you get to like the editing stages and like that first round of edits, it's like, oh shoot, what have I done? I'm terrible, I can never do this. And then there's some ups and there's some downs, and it just keeps going like that. So I'm in the second big round of doubt, I guess you could say. At the same time, objectively, I'm looking at them, or subjectively, I don't know, I'm looking at them thinking they're getting pretty good. I don't want to over edit and accidentally go too far, but the Ginny key is still not right, and I am on draft number 31. So I've tried 31 different styles and attempts and backgrounds and objects, and it's getting ridiculous. I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed by that book because it's like, I just don't know. What if I'm not the right person for the job? But I've been here before creatively, even if not with covers. I've been here before with books, and I know that I can get past this as long as I persevere, continue getting good feedback, and don't give up. For an example of how amazing feedback is, I've been getting feedback this whole time, okay? I've been asking different author friends. I've been asking my mom, who usually just encourages me, and I need that, and my husband, and he's not exactly a target audience, but he's been helpful. And so I just think outside opinion and listening to it, or figuring out why they're saying that and if they're your target audience, is really important. So just for example, here's what my books were before I shared on Publish and Thrive, and here's where they are today, just a day later. I think I shared, was it yesterday or the day before? And there's like 130 something comments on my post in the Facebook group. I'm just blown away by how helpful everybody's been. Yeah, it's been really good. But just like with beta reader feedback, when you have that many opinions, it can also get a little overwhelming. So trying to just stay calm, keep going, do one change at a time. I'm feeling discouraged. This, I don't know if you can see it that well. Let's see if I can raise the brightness. This is draft number 38. Oh my gosh. On camera, it's looking kind of good actually, which is weird. But let me show you the progression. So I have been sitting on this trident ever since the Facebook group, right? Where did it start out? I think right around, gosh, there's been a lot of tridents. Okay, so this is what I showed the Facebook group, and then they were like, they gave me the idea of a trident, so I kept trying different things. Actually, some of these aren't changing. So here we are. I don't think I was really doing much with the trident until I was like, well, let's bring the tail back. Oh, that did not work. Okay, let's try making the tail look like metal. Definitely didn't work. Okay, back to the trident. And then I was trying to make it look more metal and detailed because these golds are very detailed, and obviously the flower is very detailed. So this was just too simple, and it just didn't have enough texture. So I tried all kinds of things, right? And I was like, screw it. I'm going back to see if I can find a tail that's like actually gold as it is, because I found that my strategy is if I can find a picture that's fairly strong on its own, like for example, a tail that's already gold, I have a lot more luck. Does that make sense? So now I'm just staring at it, and I am cover blind where I cannot see what's good anymore. I just can't. I feel like this tail has potential as I look at it. You know, when you zoom out, the biggest feedback was people were like, I don't know what that is. But honestly, if you do know what it is, a mermaid tail is the strongest retelling element for a Little Mermaid retelling. It just is. So can I play with this and somehow maybe I can like add more contrast, make it pop more? I don't know. I like it though. It's like working with this ocean background and like the star vibes. It's kind of working actually for me the more I look at it. But like I said, I'm getting cover blind. So tomorrow I could look at it and be like, this sucks. This is the worst thing ever. This is getting ridiculous. I've got some pretty backgrounds here that pop, but they were too bright. I liked the gold backgrounds, but I think like the gold object is starting to become a theme. There's another random gold tail that did not work at all. This gold tail kind of looks like a whale slash a flower slash a heart from a distance. I did try another trident. It looks terrible. Feeling a little overwhelmed. My goal is to try to get these books done this week so that I can see them, feel good about it, and just like move forward on my marketing plans and everything and stick to the date that I picked. Worst case scenario, I change the date, and that's fine. It's really not a big deal at all. My issue is I'm like, what if I can't do it ever? What if I can't get this right? But then I keep looking at this tail and I'm like, oh, maybe it could work. And obviously that was the test photo, so it's blurry, so I could download and pay for the actual photo and see if it's even better. I'm gonna do that today and then call it for the day, or at least till tonight. Looks like July 26th, 11:44. I'm stopping myself 15 minutes before midnight tonight, so like early. I'm sitting here staring at these because I think I went back to a tail. All the people who gave me feedback in the Publish and Thrive Facebook group are gonna be so confused when they see it though if I do this, but like the trident just wasn't working. Like, it was good, but I'm not here for good. I'm here for perfection. I'm not sure that the tail is perfection either, though. Just today and yesterday, I've had two people who I don't know as well, but I really appreciate, and I know that they have insight, say that these covers are going to be amazing and that they're going to sell well. And I hope that they're right. I really trust both of them, their opinion and their knowledge of the industry. And they're like, this is exactly what's right for the genre, and it says it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just holding on to that. And because of all the good feedback, that's helping me keep my confidence up and know that it's not just me making really terrible covers and thinking that they're amazing. I just want them to go live tomorrow. Like, I want to skip these last few steps of making things perfect, but the wraps are not perfect. I have some things I need to learn. The really awesome thing is the YouTube channels on Facebook. Like, I think Photoshop itself has a channel, so I've been learning a lot through that. That was super cool. I learned like 3 really cool things yesterday that helped me finally get a background right so that I could remove the trident and try the tail. And now I just need to learn how to make the front cover go seamlessly into the back cover, because I make beautiful back covers and spines, but there's like a line dividing them all. But I ordered proof copies despite that, because I'm like, I just want to see them in print, the interior and the new formatting and the new like size. They're much bigger. Did I tell you guys that? I'm sure I did. The font size was so tiny before. I think I was trying to save readers money. It should be a normal readable size. So it's a normal font size now, and I'm pretty sure all the books are going to be a lot bigger. And then I also just wanted to see if I'm placing things correctly on the back covers and on the spine. And I know for a fact that The Enchanted Crown, which is book 4, says book 3 on the spine. So I'm already laughing at that. Yeah, it's just like, these are the imperfect copies that I just need to see them in person, and then I will know what to change and how to go forward. I'm gonna love being able to look back on this and see the first time that I made covers ever and how I designed them all in 2 weeks. And I just had the best time being hyper fixated and insane and loving every minute of it. From the original covers are beautiful. It's not me saying that they're not beautiful. I love them. And maybe I'll be able to somehow like still have access to printing on the back end so that I can like sell them on my store in 2024 or 2025, like way out in the future, not anytime soon. Maybe I can do that. I've never done this before, so I don't know, but I would love to still provide them for the people who do think they're the prettiest covers. The thing is that they're not on genre, and I'm not here to make 1 or 2 people happy who think castles are prettier than anything else. I'm here to sell books and to make the best choice for my series that will reach the most readers. And here's the funny thing, when you're changing covers, your goal is not actually to please your current readers, it's to make your future readers who have never heard of you happy. The people who didn't like the original covers if they saw them maybe, and who will like something new and something different. So when you see covers rebranded, it's done all the time in TradPub and SelfPub, and you don't see people making the exact same covers, because the whole point of a rebrand is to reach a new audience and do something different. So anyway, I think that most people are gonna love them. I really hope so. Oh my gosh. It is July 27th, so my reveal's not till August 21st at the moment. That's the date that I have planned, at least. We'll see what happens, but I just got the cover in the mail, and you guys, it looks so bad. Like, see if I can get this to, like, look at the difference. It looks terrible. I don't understand what happened, honestly. It's so dark. It's so dull. Like, there's barely any color going on at all. I don't know what to do. I pulled it up on KDP, and it does kind of look like, for some reason, it's darker in the preview, which I didn't notice. I've been doing a ton of research on like what happens. Other authors have experienced this too, and the like supposedly the answer is some kind of techie thing on how you're viewing it on your computer, and then you'll see, but that doesn't make sense. I think I finalized the Ginny P cover. I think. I mean, I'm gonna see how the test turns out, but I'm really liking all the colors there in the ocean, how it turned out. So what I ended up doing is in Photoshop, there was this line straight down the center that I was researching how to get rid of it. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just pull that back photo all the way across? And when I did, I got a whole different set of ocean that I really love. It's just so textured and unique. So this is my back cover attempt. I might have gone too far up on the black, but I kind of like it because that's what the spine's gonna be. So yeah, I think it might look good on the spine. Only one way to find out, right? So this is me using my last Amazon gift card to start ordering more proof copies, and I'm waiting for the Stolen Kingdom to be approved as well. But there you go. After attempting to change all the color profiles on my computer, so I like went into system preferences, displays, the color profile is now Adobe RGB. I don't know if that matters. I honestly, you guys, I could not tell the difference. So that's what somebody said would fix it. I don't believe that. It is 11:42, so yet again I'm staying up till midnight, but I think I found the solution, and now I want to fix the spine because that's very pink. But look, it's in KDP as a PDF file, as it should be, and it's very bright and vivid. And here's the funny thing, after hours and hours spent researching, trying different things, use RGB as the color profile when saving your cover images. Kindle does not support CMYK. What? From Kindle Direct Publishing themselves on their cover image guidelines, and I finally found this. Okay, and just so you know what we're talking about here, CMYK is this color profile here. So you can change that in Photoshop, but I was under the impression that all books were in CMYK, and apparently, oh my gosh, on my camera, it's turning out a little funky. Let me turn down the brightness here. There we go. You're just gonna have to take my word for it a little bit because it's still kind of funky on my camera, but like that is what I'm going for. Like those colors. I think I gotta blur out the pinks going on here. Okay, does it look the same? That's the question, because, okay, I see the pinks there. Does it look the same though? It is July 30th. Very late. Not as late as normal, but anyway, I've submitted all 4 books to Ingram Spark. I did the Stolen Kingdom yesterday, and then I did the other 3 today. 3 to 5 days is this coming Friday, and then I'll order proof copies. All right, in the meantime, I thought I'd show you the final files. So, isn't that gorgeous? I'm just sincerely praying that the colors turn out this good on the proof copies from KDP that I ordered in RGB. I was telling my husband, I'm like, I literally don't know what to do. If that doesn't work, I honest to goodness don't know what to do. The Cursed Hunter, that one's still my favorite, you guys. I think I settled on this one first because of that rose. I just love it. I love it. And then last but not least, the Enchanted Crown. Ooh, I love that. I love how it looks like it glows. Let me get rid of that. And you can see all 4 together. I started working on graphics. I think using the background of book 1 is probably the most on genre. And this is a background that I tried, and it's just, I love it. I didn't end up using it for anything, but I was like, this could be fun. So yeah, making the graphics now for the cover reveal is the next job. Everything kind of hinges on tomorrow, so I'll check back in when those proof copies have arrived. Oh my gosh. I just got the email alert that this was outside. The books are here. I'm terrified. I'm not gonna make myself wait. Let's rip the band-aid off. What am I gonna do? Oh my gosh. It's fixed. Let me show you the difference. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. You have no idea. Okay. This is the cover that's actually not done. I added some fun lens flares. Actually, I think that's it for this cover. The Jenny keychain. Gosh, it's actually looking really good in person. I added fun lens flares to this as well. So these are not the finals, but I was testing the RGB coloring because, again, the first ones came in basically like almost all black. Oh my gosh, look at the back of the book. Look at that color compared to like, actually on camera this one doesn't look so bad, but in person it's just so dull. Thank goodness this is not it. We got it to work. I've literally been praying about this so hard. I was like, please God, please. I did fix this goofy spot right there too. That's gone. I fixed the goofy pink coloring under the letters. So this is not the final, but now I know that the colors are fixed and that's all that matters. Oh my gosh. Okay, now they look like my books. Actually, they still don't. I'm still like, whose books are these? I'm like, I don't recognize you. Are you sure that's my story inside? Like, and I really like the larger font, although I was gonna say I have been looking at books in my genre. Like, I've gone to Barnes & Noble 3 or 4 times since I started doing these designs. I have noticed that a lot of YA books actually do have the small print that my first series had, so I was pretty much in genre with that. But I have noticed that some also have this like larger print as well. It really depends on, I guess, the printer and the publisher. So I don't know, we're doing something different. And even the spines actually have color now versus these original ones are just literally black. Oh my gosh, I think this one's gonna be my favorite spine for sure. Ignore the not for resale bar, that will go away. There's a couple things left to do. I want to create the ebook file, getting it all uploaded on the back end, and then just waiting to press publish until like 3 days before. I gotta see how the Ingram Spark books look, but I just got the proof. Oh my gosh, let's look at those next. We're just gonna click download, and then this is what a proof copy looks like. Sorry that it's kind of blurry, but they're gonna tell you what to look for. Let me zoom out. There's like the PDF that I turned in. I don't know why it was so blurry. Now you can see it. So there you go. That is the final Ingram Spark version. And I'm going to go ahead and review the whole proof copy and just scroll through it and then just make sure it all looks good. And then once I'm sure it's good, I'm going to click Grace House approves. Okay, your book is now ready to order. So it's definitely more expensive than KDP, which was like $7, but it's still worth it. And I unfortunately can't use my Amazon gift card for this, but I do really think it's important to have a proof copy, so we're gonna order it. So I'm gonna go review the other 2 books and then order all copies. It's official, it's happening. I'm so excited. Ingram Spark books are not gonna have this bar across the cover, and now with the timing, they should hopefully get here before my cover reveal so I can take some pretty pictures. So yeah, now it's time to start planning the promotion, including putting book 1, the ebook, for free on all vendors. So if you have not read book 1 and you wanna get in on it, just know that it's gonna be free on all vendors for at least the first week. If you want to help me out for free, doesn't cost you anything, please, please, please share these covers if you have time. It helps me out so much. Add them on Goodreads if you want to, if you haven't already. Just letting other people know and helping me spread the word is probably the biggest thing that helps an author. You guys have no idea how much it means to me, so thank you. I guess by the time you see this, these covers will be out. I'm scared to ask, but let me know what you think.